Arsenal's Vinicius dream is over, but Arteta has a new £30 million transfer target. The dream is over. After weeks of speculation, Arsenal have been dealt what could be the biggest transfer blow of the summer. Vinicius Jr. is now expected to stay at Real Madrid after the Spanish giants dramatically changed their stance and moved to secure the Brazilian superstar on a new long-term contract till 2032. But here's the twist. Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta aren't sitting around feeling sorry for themselves. Reports now suggest Arsenal have already identified their next attacking target, and he's a 20-year-old Brazilian striker tearing it up in Ukraine. We'll also discuss Manchester United's surprise move for one of Arsenal's brightest young stars, Miles Lewis-Kelly, and exactly how Arsenal responded. There's a lot to unpack, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into it. Vinicius Jr. deal collapses. Let's begin with the biggest story. Arsenal's ambitious pursuit of Vinicius Jr. appears to be officially dead. According to reports, Arsenal's serious interest actually forced Real Madrid into action. For weeks, Los Blancos were reportedly refusing to improve their contract offer to Vinicius. But everything changed after discussions involving Jose Mourinho and the Real Madrid hierarchy. The fear? That Arsenal's interest was becoming very real. Rather than risk losing one of the world's best players, Madrid returned with an improved offer that Vinicius is now expected to accept. Although every detail hasn't been finalized, all signs point toward the Brazilian remaining at the Santiago Bernabeu. For Arsenal fans, it's a huge disappointment. The Gunners believed they had a genuine chance of pulling off one of the most sensational transfers in Premier League history. Instead, they'll now have to look elsewhere. The new target emerges, and Arsenal may already have found that alternative. According to fresh reports, the Gunners are stepping up their interest in Shakhtar Donetsk striker Kawa Elias. If you haven't heard of him before, you're probably going to hear his name a lot over the coming weeks. The Brazilian youngster recently announced himself in spectacular fashion by scoring a sensational hat-trick in Shakhtar's 5-1 victory. He scored with his head, his left foot, and his right foot. That's exactly the kind of complete striker Arsenal scouts love. Even more interesting, Arsenal representatives were reportedly in attendance to watch the performance firsthand, and they weren't the only ones. Manchester United, AC Milan, and FC Porto were also monitoring the striker. Reports claim both Arsenal and Manchester United submitted glowing scouting reports after watching him play. Why Arsenal like him? So why are Arsenal so interested? Well, Kawa Elias fits the profile perfectly. He's comfortable with both feet. He's dominant in the air. He's composed in front of goal. And despite being only 20 years old, he's already producing consistently at senior level. Since arriving at Shakhtar, he's registered 12 goals and 3 assists in just 39 appearances. Not bad at all. The reported asking price? Around £30 million. Compared to the astronomical figures Arsenal would have needed for Vinicius Jr., that's almost a bargain. The big question now is whether Arsenal make an official offer before Manchester United or another European giant beats them to it. Arsenal's attacking dilemma. But let's be honest, replacing a player like Vinicius Jr. isn't easy. Arsenal have explored several attacking options this summer. Julian Alvarez reportedly prefers Barcelona. Kenan Yildiz is considered untouchable by Juventus. Bradley Barcola appears closer to Liverpool. Antonio Nusa remains an expensive and risky option because of previous injury concerns. Mika Götze has also been linked elsewhere. Marcus Rashford's future is still uncertain. One by one, the options seem to be disappearing, which means Andrea Berta now faces enormous pressure. Yes, Arsenal fans are buzzing about the arrival of Bruno Guimaraes. But if Arsenal truly want to challenge for every major trophy this season, another elite attacker still feels necessary. And while Arsenal are chasing attackers, Manchester United are trying to raid Arsenal. Reports suggest United have identified Miles Lewis-Kelly as a potential long-term replacement for Luke Shaw. But Arsenal's response? Simple. Absolutely not. The Gunners have reportedly informed Manchester United that Lewis-Kelly is not for sale. Even if Arsenal were willing to listen to offers from other clubs, they have no intention of strengthening one of their biggest Premier League rivals. It's another clear signal that Arteta sees Lewis-Kelly as part of Arsenal's long-term future. So where does all this leave us now? The Vinicius dream appears finished. Real Madrid have won that battle. But the transfer window isn't over. Arsenal now have a decision to make. Do they spend £30 million on one of South America's brightest young strikers? Or do they continue searching for a proven world-class forward? One thing is certain, Andrea Berta's work is far from finished. The next few weeks could define Arsenal's entire season. Now I want to hear from you. Would you sign Kawa Elias for £30 million? Or should Arsenal keep searching for a bigger name forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Arsenal transfer news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.